um, got my thoughts. Yeah, it's kind of Iran falling apart, which is interesting. Controlled demolition, you can say. Of course, I mean, we're trying to do that for a while now. The U.S. and the ICE. I think that's calmed down. I guess the protesting. I didn't see any protesters here. So the civil war on hold. Well, it just shows you how they can do it. They did it during the George Floyd thing. I think they had a protest earlier this year or last year. I forgot what it was about though. I can't remember what it was about. Just protesting for the sake of protesting. It was a big one too. I can't remember what it was about. Anyway. So yeah, I would say we're going to more peaceful times. It doesn't mean it's going to be peaceful on the way there. Princess Annoying is here. She wants attention. Yeah, I made the cat video. Yeah, I was thinking about that for a while. The cat's trying to steal treats from a pet shop. And it's sort of just, you can say they drive around the block or something like that. End up back where they came from. So, that's kind of the story on it. And it's trying to keep it, do something different. I was going to upload it to one of my other channels. I figured I'd just put it online and see what happens. So I'll probably do a couple more. God, cat, please. She's just a pain in my ass. Annoying. Attention at the wrong time. Yeah. She's back. She left and then she came back. What? Pain in my ass. Not right now. So the cats get in a car and drive around chased by the cops. And so, I wasn't sure how to end that. It's like, how do I want to keep it, I don't want to have it go on forever, but I need to end it somewhere. I think you had a perfect ending, though. And where else are you going to end it at? So, I had to add the dogs in there somewhere. As another gag. So yeah, and the orange cat, there's like orange cat jokes out there. The orange cats are kind of weird, so I made Bonnie and Clyde. Clyde is the orange cat. So I don't have an orange cat. I didn't know orange cats are weird. I think they're all fucking weird, but whatever. So anyway, but yeah, where things are heading. Of course, it's always the unknown. It's funny how Iran's falling apart. That's been in the making for some time, but also could be the people there just had enough. So I guess it's on the brink of collapse. I'm assuming. Well, because of the taxes and everything, they're screwing people over, right? And of course, all the sanctions aren't helping anything either. So, but I feel like still the CIA is still involved, in the squeeze. They're doing the same thing with Russia. Maybe they're not as effective. They're trying to make things as difficult as they can. So, we'll see how this all, as everything. See where it plays out. It's supposed to be cold tonight, too. So, yeah, you can feel it in the air. Like, I can't even speak. But yeah, where things are, see, what else is going on? Let's look at the main timeline. We're just in a, like I said, down the line, it feels like it'll get better, but some judgmental, judgment needs to occur, even like at my work, partner at work, business partner. Well, not really anymore, but has become paranoid, greedy. Paranoia hasn't helped anything, not being fair, and it's all coming back to him basically. Sort of watching the controlled demolition. He kind of did it all to himself, basically. By being it's actually worse than. It's worse. It just So this is why some people run their own business and some people don't. You can't run a business and be paranoid all the time. Not really. It won't last that way. You have to just trust, be fair. But if you're being ultra greedy and everything, afraid of everything, yeah, it's you can only be turned upside down. So it's like, here, you finally get what you wanted, and now you're burning it down. This is why you never got what you wanted, because you suck at it. So yeah, we're in a time of kind of like the purge, you can say. So the world in crisis. Iran is kind of interesting, and Greenland. The U.S. probably from what it looks like. They got South America situation, so Greenland and whoever else, Cuba, that would be really weird. If they go after Cuba, maybe. Canada I don't know if they can do Canada because of the UK. The UK has to let it go. I'm not sure if they'll do that or not. But yeah, the UK is just terrible over there. Jeez. So we'll see how that. UK has always been bad on censorship and everything. That obviously shows the draconian energies, how intense they are. I guess the focus isn't fixed here. What is she up to? We don't. No. Why don't you go sit somewhere else? Yeah, go over there. What is this spot? Want to get in there? Can't be here all day. What are you gonna do? Yeah. Secret hideout. I thought I fixed them. I guess I got tail sticking out and now it's gone. Secret of, the cat cave. A couple of them around here. Yeah, they like to hide. Yeah. So anyway. I have other cat. The cat series. Kind of give the aliens a bit of a break. It's been kind of heavy. So the cats, like a Humphrey Bogart cat, solve cases and things like that. Within 3 minutes at least. And she's busy. Right. So anyway, tail up there. So anyway, where things are heading, of course, is still, as always, a mystery. Going to the cat energies. Oh, man, she just doesn't stop. back to a regular scheduled program. Turn down the background. She can do that later. Should probably do it later after I'm done. That's fine. I guess there's new energies coming in. I said it's got colder energy. Colder energies. Of course, we can't always tell what's going on, but it's, if there's a new timeline front coming in, of course we just have to kind of just live it. But like I said, I do feel like it's going to get lighter over time, but to get from point A to point B, there might be some scuffling going on in the timeline, so we'll see. Like with Iran, and I keep bringing it up because that's kind of a big deal. Of course, Greenland, like I said, they overtake Canada. They could. Not that many they will, or parts of it maybe. You never know. It hasn't been brought up, but one thing at a time. Well, if Trump wants to make a difference, well, he's doing it. Well, they also want to be remembered for something. Get this thing over there. Yeah, they want to be. Have some. Yeah, they want to be remembered for, and it's not just that. There's more to it than that. So, let's see how it plays out. Let's see. Connecting to, let's see, Andromeda, Palladian, Syrian. Oh yeah, that's right. I was talking about the cats, but I got interrupted. Yeah, I can see the cat mannerisms. Of course, some people have cat-like hair. Some women have like wavy type hair. Like it's either way they can. I don't know. They have like a feline frequency. It's hard to explain. Farrah Fawcett has like a feline, like a lioness energy. But of course, then they have the canine energies that sometimes can be some of them do have health issues. Some of them can be programmed very easily. Of course, cats aren't perfect either. They can be a pain in the asses, as you can see, and not listen. So, yeah, I have a stream of both of them. So, they both counter each other. Like the canines are, invaded by the Orions, another basically a slave race. And the felines doesn't mean they haven't had that either, but they're just done differently. And so the canine and the feline kind of help each other, let's put it that way. They can be extreme of both sides. Some are super antisocial, and the canine is very social. So there's, they need each other to exist, let's put it that way. And you can see those traits in people and all that. Some guys are just dogs, or some male and female are like devils and all that. So, whatever. And so on. We'll just kind of keep it light here. I guess we cap into the Palladian energies. Yeah, I'm just going by what I'm picking up on. Okay, she's back there plotting her next visit. Somewhere business. Greasy is the Palladians. Yes, of course, there's new energies, new timelines. They're not going to make themselves clear. You're here as a physical being. Yes, majority of society pushes back. They're not accepting the spiritual side of themselves, as you can see. So this is what it feels like going, in a society that refuses to acknowledge it. And as many of you become more aware of it, it gets stronger with you. You're just going to see changes in the timeline where, the human consciousness is going to have to be taken through what it needs to, because it is being guided into a new direction. But there is much it has to fight to maybe find itself. For some that do, for those that let go of themselves, stop trying. They sometimes get a free pass to be here for a while until they decide to exit. It's they get a time period to change and they don't want to change and they sort of just you can say Gaia has enough of them. They can feel that the frequencies, if you're not giving back to society, what do we need you for? So there's some of that happening. That's happening all the time. But if there's some kind of potential for growth and learning, they stick around. But if they keep rejecting, some of them have rejected healing, so those have rejected to improve themselves because they're chosen the victim side, chosen, yes, the Medusa energies to control others. Well, some they've been hurt so much they just want to, blame everyone, say they're the good guy and everyone else is the bad guy. And to them, it makes them feel better, but that doesn't mean they're helping anything. So in your path here, you help guiding the energies into the new world. And yes, it's, you're guiding society into the next age. And it doesn't mean it has to be fully connected to the higher dimensions, but you're here to, it's like you're helping a boat cross the river, basically. And, and yes, you'll get something energetically for it, and the universe wants you to survive. If you're doing everything you can to help others, and yourself, of course, but it is about service to others and also the propaganda that's here. Eventually that will be, those that are causing difficulties here with false spirituality will be called out at some point. But once again, there's lessons there. Some feel more protected by believing in those systems, but it doesn't do much good in the long run. But this has been going on for thousands of years, so the universe is well aware of what they're doing. And just follow your path, what matters most. Not to focus too much on them, focus on yourself, and focus on your journey. That's what matters most. Because it is used as a distraction too. As they're doing terrible things, but what matters most is your path.